Okay, right. I want to speak to my people that I love very much. And these people are called South Africans. I want to talk to my people that I love very much by the name South Africans. Yes, I'm going to put that umbrella term, that blanket term, collective term, and just say South Africans. I love them very much from my heart. I adore them. I celebrate them. I appreciate them very much from my heart because I was once part of them in their country, in their nation, Republic of South Africa. For 15 years, I was there. I was studying. I came from my country under a government scholarship program, a government bursary program. I was studying right from first year until PhD level in this other university, in this other province, in this other city or town. So I love South Africans. I was there in their country almost half of my life. I was in South Africa half of my life, or around 50% of my life. I spent it in South Africa. So I consider myself even a Zimbabwean South African, if I want to put it that way, if I want to brand myself that way, a Zimbabwean South African. But I want to say something in that line, in that direction. From what I know, from my experience, from my knowledge, from my understanding in South Africa, South Africans, they are used to see, or this is their mindset when it comes to Zimbabwe, that they're poor, which is very true, that they are suffering, which is very true, that they are struggling, which is very true. I know, I understand. But they are not exposed to this other side of Zimbabweans, or to this other caliber, this other group of Zimbabweans, those guys who are rich, those guys who are wealthy, with a lot of money, a lot of cash. They can buy any house in this world. They can buy any car in this world. They can buy any mansion in this world. If you get access to their bank accounts, you see a lot of zeros, or you see a lot of digits, a lot of numbers in their personal bank accounts at whatever bank in this world, a bank in South Africa, or a bank in Zimbabwe, or a bank anywhere. So South Africans are not used to see this other group of Zimbabweans, this other caliber, this other people who are Zimbabweans, rich Zimbabweans, or wealthy Zimbabweans. This is how I can call them, wealthy or rich Zimbabweans across the world. And they are there right now in South Africa. So they're used to these Zimbabweans who are suffering, Zimbabweans who are struggling, Zimbabweans who are experiencing hardship, or a very hard life, a very difficult life, who are always crying, who are always begging, who are always complaining, lamenting. Yeah, so they are used to see those Zimbabweans. And I said, it's very true. They are there in South Africa. They are there anywhere, in whatever country, looking for better opportunities, looking for greener pastures. But today, I want to introduce South Africans, my people, my people. Yes, my beloved people, the people that I love very much from my heart, from the bottom of my heart. I want to expose them to this other set of Zimbabweans, group of Zimbabweans who are rich. Some of them are accountants, some of them are lecturers, some of them are businessmen, business women. And like I said earlier on, they can buy any house, they can buy any mansion in the world, they can buy any car, any supercar in the world at whatever cost, at whatever price. They can sleep, or they can stay in a hotel the rest of their lives until they die. They can stay in a hotel, pay big bills. And when they go to a hotel, they can buy, or they can hire the whole floor, or even the whole hotel, and say, no, I want to stay alone in this hotel. I want to stay alone in this floor alone. I've booked all the rooms for myself, maybe myself and my girlfriend, or myself and my wife, or myself and my family, myself and my relatives. I'm staying alone in this hotel. I'm staying alone in this floor. Let's say if the hotel has got many floors, so I'm staying alone in this floor, and they can afford to pay for the whole of their lives, the whole lifetime. They can stay in that hotel. They got that money to do that. There are Zimbabweans who can go for a who can do their hair. Let's say a woman, a lady, That today I'm going to Brazil to do my hair. Then tomorrow I'm going to maybe France to buy this dress or this piece of clothing. Then another day I'm going to buy my grocery. Let's say in South Africa. Then another day I'm going to this other country, America, to go and maybe do my medical services. So they can afford to fly every day in to whatever country, to whatever nation, and do this run these errands or errands in whatever country. Today in Brazil, tomorrow in Germany, tomorrow uh, in USA, another day in UK, another day in Dubai, another day in South Africa, another day in Mauritius. There are Zimbabweans like that. There are Zimbabweans like that in this country, Zimbabwe, or some are even abroad in South Africa, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, America, and Europe. Any country in Europe, rich Zimbabweans, these big Zimbabweans. So I'm exposing South Africans or any other people who may care to listen to me that we need to balance our mindset. We need to balance our thinking when it comes to Zimbabweans. Let us not just get used to Zimbabweans who are poor and suffering and struggling. There are some who are very rich. There are some who are very wealthy. You understand? Some are even billionaires. Some are even billionaires. A billionaire Zimbabwean, billionaire Zimbabweans, or multi-millionaire Zimbabweans, millionaire Zimbabweans. They are there. I know them. You go on Google, you search on the internet, you see their names. These billionaire Zimbabweans, multi-billionaire, multi-millionaire, or millionaire Zimbabweans, they are there. Their names are there. And what they are doing in life is there. What made them to be millionaires or billionaires? The information is there. What they are doing, what they're undertaking for them to be millionaires and billionaires is there on the internet. So I'm just exposing South Africans, or rather other Africans from other countries, about their view, about their perception, about idea, their idea when it comes to Zimbabweans, to balance their ideas, to balance their mindset, to cross-check again their perception when it comes to Zimbabwe, that some Zimbabweans are very good. They're enjoying life. They're at the top of life. They're on a mountain. They are cruising. You understand? They're very big when it comes to life. They can afford any luxury, afford any house, afford any car. They can sleep in whatever country at whatever time. You understand? They got a lot of freedom that money is given to them. I hope you know what I'm saying. Understand? I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Yes. So this is another side of Zimbabweans that I want to communicate, address to people like South Africans, or rather Africans in general, or other people in general. Right. Any comments, write, drop, type in the comments box, in the comment section. Otherwise, I'm done talking. Peace out. Yebo, sharp.